Now that Iron Man is done, it is finally time to get this V8 put in Foxy. I bought this car years ago, and it's finally time to get this V8 put in this car so that this thing can make some content on the channel. Sitting doing nothing. Let's start by trying to see if I can get this thing to start. Side note, it has a bad starter, so let's get this thing started, and we getting this thing in the shop. We ain't doing this outside. I've done 2 engine pulls out the door, no good. God is everything. Without God, I'm nothing. We already got the jump starter on here. I think I gotta restart it. It timed out on me. Get this thing started. Starter is bad, so it's gonna take a couple tries. Unless I can get lucky. Unless your boy can get lucky. Oh Lord, this jump started and timed out on me. I'll tell y'all what I'm gonna do. Switch this ignition on and start this thing up from right here if it keep on. Get it crunk up from the solenoid. This thing, you have to completely redo it. Tried to start up one time, but I wasn't paying no attention and turned it back off. Try this again. Seems like the battery too dead. Come on, man. Gotta be a little bit of juice left in the battery. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Y'all don't buy these jump starters that don't have a force switch to hit the button and make it forcibly send power to the battery. Don't buy these. Let me go grab another jump starter, man, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, we're gonna start this thing up out here. Next thing up is getting the door open. Getting the door open, this light on, and we finna hurry up and get this car pulled down here because the battery's bad and I think the alternator's bad too. So let me hurry up and get in here before it shuts off. This is the Mustang's first time being in the shop since I bought this car back in 2020. This is the very first time this car has ever been inside the shop. It has never been inside of here. We're finna get to work on this thing, man. It's time to pull this 4-cylinder out. The V8 is almost ready. All it needs is an intake, and it'll be pretty much ready to go in. I'm thinking by the time I get this 4-cylinder out and get everything ready and prep for it to go back in, I should have a bell housing, a clutch, and probably more than likely a transmission. I will still have to locate a drive shaft, and I think that should be it. Drive shaft, oh, I do have to get clutch pedals. I gotta make a list of everything I need to make this swap go smoothly. But what we are gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull this hood off, sit the hood to the side, or probably just sit the hood on top of the car for now. And this motor is probably pretty hot now. Maybe kind of hot. I'm at least gonna start by pulling this hood off and pulling out anything, AC boxes and stuff. And I'm gonna talk with y'all about what the plan is for this motor and some of the other stuff I got. We're gonna talk about it, man. I got a few projects coming up, few videos coming up that I really wanna try to do the best I can to make a video series or something interesting, man. This engine is gonna be used to fuel another video that I have coming up. Now let's just say that video is gonna be me working towards a truck for the channel. And when I say a truck, I mean like something to possibly do some towing with. I feel like now I can't really make the content that I wanna make because if I take, let's say I put this motor in this car and I take it out, let's just say hypothetically, the new motor that I put in goes bad. I don't per se have a way to go get it. I got people I can call and this, that, and the third, but let's just say those people aren't available. I gotta call a tow truck. And I don't necessarily wanna be, you know, dealing with a tow bill, you know, behind trying to go out and have some fun. Personally, I'm thinking grabbing me a truck and then eventually buying me a trailer because worst case scenario, I could just go rent a trailer or borrow somebody's trailer or something, it's probably easier to get a trailer than it is to get a truck. My thoughts is get the truck and then get a trailer later. I definitely got a pretty cool video idea coming out really soon. It's gonna be a whole video series, and I feel like it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be a pretty good video series. Trying to get this hood loose without it falling, so I can slowly take that bad boy off. Go ahead and unplug this plug. I don't know if that light still works or not, but I don't want to break the plug. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on over there. Come on, baby. There we go. You probably ain't been over there. That thing probably ain't been over there since '93. No, I'm tightening the thing back up. I don't know, maybe they can flip the switch. This hood is loose. It's not that heavy, but I don't want to damage it because I don't know what I'm gonna do as far as a hood later on. So I think I'm gonna flip this thing that way, just so the screws don't scratch up the top or dent up the top. This thing is already scratched up and dented up, but I just don't want to make it any worse. So I'm gonna show y'all how to manhandle a hood. At least one that ain't that heavy. There we go. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad, y'all. A lot of this stuff I know doesn't have to come out. I think this fan can probably stay. It's probably not hurting nothing. We can go ahead and get the AC. I mean, not the AC box, but this air box right here. And I want to pop off one of these hoses and go ahead and let the radiator drain out. Go ahead and pull the radiator, because I know this radiator can be reused. Anything I can reuse, I want to try to reuse it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, so I know that for sure. But let's just start by getting the air box, and anything easy, we gonna go ahead and pop it off. But the molding trans, I'm gonna try to pull it out together. So I'm gonna just get to work. I'm gonna put y'all on the time lapse, and I'm gonna just get to work for a minute, and I'll check back in with y'all to let y'all know what we got done. So you guys know I don't hold any secrets. It is a whole new day. So let me just break in what I got done. I drained the coolant out, got that box out, removed the battery, radiators removed, fans removed, or it was just one fan, but that fan is removed. Unplugged some of the harness over here. I think the AC on this car worked perfectly. So I think I'm going to I think I'm going to take the belt off. Take this belt off and take the air compressor, take the AC compressor, and just move it over to the side for now, because this thing is still charged. So I got to try to figure out how I'm gonna uncharge it or whatever, or if I can use that air compressor, whatever. I don't know. I know the AC system is good because the AC works perfectly. So I know once I get that 5.0 back in, I know that all I gotta do is charge the AC back up, and I have a carbureted 302 with, you know, whatever. But anyway, so I got a lot of stuff unplugged. I really want to get this battery box out of here, cooling jug and stuff. I want to get this stuff out of the way just so I can see a little bit better. I may even drop the accessories off, maybe, just to give me a little bit more room to see the motor mounts and things back there. Because if I move this AC compressor, I can definitely see this motor mount really good on this side. We're gonna be pulling this motor and trans out very, very soon. But let me go grab my jack, because I do need to jack this thing up and see. I do need to jack it up a little bit because the car does sit low. I could work on it better if it's up here, you know, with me being tall. So let me go do that, get this thing up on some jack stands, see what I got to do up on the bottom. It's only one pipe, so I know just dropping that one pipe off, you know, probably, well, obviously pulling that whole exhaust system off. And then I'll be back in with y'all, man. So here's your check-in. See if I can get this other light back on for y'all over here with the plug in. Hold on, y'all. Give you boy a second. Let me get this other light back on so I can get y'all the best lighting. So I got lights on both sides, one over there, one over there. But anyway, this thing is really clear now. I took all the hoses off and cleared out all this stuff, battery box. I think I'm gonna clean up this engine bay. I know I'm gonna clean it up. Not sure what I'm gonna do as far as paint in here, but yeah, I'm gonna clean this up and paint that before I put my other motor in. But anyway, I took off all these accessories on this side, that way I can get to this motor mount down here. Let me see if I can get this light in here so I can get to that motor mount. And I just, like I said, I just dropped this to the side, but I can get to that motor mount down there too. Got to get the exhaust loose, and I'm pretty sure there's some kind of trans mount or something that's holding. But I didn't go get the jack. I just put in the work on what I got right now. So yeah, man, I'm gonna get the jack tomorrow, jack this thing up, and I'm actually off tomorrow, so I'll be out here all day getting this thing out. Probably end up pushing it out. Well, I don't know if I can push it back in by myself. If not, I just get Iron Man to push it back in. But anyway, not sure if I can push it back in by myself, but I don't know. It's kind of a slight down slope, not nothing crazy. But I want to get it out, pressure wash it, get all this wiring out of there. And probably, I might hang on to it, I don't know. I'm still trying to decide what I'm gonna do. More than likely, I'm going carbureted on this thing. Get anything out the way, all these vacuum lines and stuff, clean all this up, because that looks horrible, just looks bad. And I really don't want to deal with it, if I'm being honest. I don't want to deal with that. I know I got to figure out where the starter is and unplug all that stuff, because I know I hadn't unhooked the starter or anything, but I know I'll do that from the bottom. But everything up here, I think, is pretty much good to go. I'm gonna drain the oil out of it. I think all the water should be out of it. Not 100% sure, but if I can find another plug on the bottom of the block, pop that out, let the rest of the water drain out, let all the oil drain out. That way this block can be as light as possible pulling it out. All right, guys, checking in for another day and another update. Everything's pretty much the same. I got the car jacked up and got the drive shaft out. Got the transmission taken loose, motor mount bolts taken out, transmission cross member bolt taken out. And I'm gonna try to pull the motor and transmission out together. So that's the plan. Tomorrow I will get the engine hoist in here and hook it up and start trying to pull this engine forward to try to see, can the engine and transmission come out together. That transmission is really long, so I'm not sure. Or it may not be tomorrow, because I'm gonna just cut this exhaust off. I'm gonna just cut it because it's just a one pipe. It's not any good anymore. So I'm gonna just cut this pipe off and then just take the rest of it off and then put it out there in my metal pile I need some more blades. I need some more Sawzall blades. They broke. So whenever the ones I ordered, whenever they come in, I think it's either today or tomorrow or next day. Whenever they come in, I cut that off, and next time y'all will see me, we'll have this thing hooked up to the engine hoist, and we'll be trying to pull this thing out, man. So y'all just hang in there. It is a few days later. I was waiting on some metal Sawzall blades, so that I can just chop the exhaust off. I got the drive shaft out. I got the fuel lines. I think I cut one. I think I had to cut one of them, and I got the other one taken loose. So fuel lines are unhooked, and I'm thinking this thing is about pretty much ready to come out. I'm gonna cut this exhaust off. I'm gonna let y'all see that, but the stuff up under the car is kind of hard to show y'all that stuff, if I'm being honest with you. But honestly, it's really nothing to it. I know y'all just here for the end result, but I'm gonna pull the engine hoist in here today. Try to get it in here today. I think I got enough room to get by. This is a small shop. Bigger shop coming soon. Your boy just manifesting. Don't worry about that. But anyway, I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna let y'all try to get y'all to an angle where y'all can somewhat see me could just chop this exhaust off right at the header, and I think that should be it. Anything else, any wiring, anything, I'm gonna just cut it, because I don't plan on using this engine. Hopefully whoever gets it don't need the wiring. But anyway, any wiring that's still hooked up is getting cut, or if I can unplug it, I'm gonna unplug it. I am gonna try to unplug something, but if it's in a bad spot, I'm gonna just break it or rip it or whatever. Yeah, let's test out these little Amazon Sawzall blades, because they was really cheap, really cheap. So let's get them in and let's get this done. So we got this long thing in here, and we're gonna see how good this bad boy works. I grabbed some long ones because it's kind of at a weird angle in there, so don't feel like I'm doing nothing. Hold on, let me see something here. See, this thing long too, y'all. Alright, little Amazon blade did pretty good. Little Amazon blade did pretty good, y'all. I'm thinking Like I said, this transmission is super long. So I'm gonna be 100% honest and transparent when I say I don't know if I got enough room to come this way and that way. Uh-oh, y'all can't even see me, hold on. Y'all can't even see me, y'all still looking at the motor, hold on. I ain't cutting nothing out. Y'all finna get the raw stuff. I'm tired of making all these professional videos like I'm a professional. I'm not a professional. But anyway, so like I said, this transmission that comes out of here, it is super long. So I'm not sure if I have enough room to come this way and then come up out of there to make this job pretty easy. So I'm gonna try it anyway, before I have to pull that transmission off, because I don't want to do it, even though ain't nothing to it at this point. Because I can see actually most of the bolts from here. See a pretty good amount of them right here. Hopefully I don't have to do it. I think I can get it done because I pulled the radiator out. So it may end up coming this way, and then I might have to really put it at an angle. But I did just think of something else that I need to do. I need to drain that fluid out of that transmission. And I need to drain this oil of this motor. I think all the water's out, but I do need to drain the oil and transmission fluid. So I just check back in with y'all once I am hooked up and getting ready to pull this thing out. So let me get these fluids drained, because I already got enough cooling and power steering fluid and everything else all over the floor. Let me do that, and then I'll be back with y'all. I already got y'all set up. Let me get this light. I got a light over here, and I know it's kind of, see if I can turn it up. All right, we'll do that. Anyway, man, let's see how I'm gonna wire this thing. I said wire it up. How I'm gonna chain this thing up. And this thing is still on jack stands, so I can drop it down at any time if I need to. We're gonna start off about right there. Where my hole at? Y'all heard what I said? Never mind. I ain't going there. I ain't going there with y'all, man. I ain't even going there with y'all. Screw that back on, and then let's find a chain. Preferably one with a hook would be nice. Preferably one like this, like I already got. If I can get this thing cut off of here. I just decided to turn y'all back on, man. I know y'all said the next time. I know I said the next time I turn y'all back on, I'm gonna be pulling this thing. But I said, man, I miss my people on here with me, man. I'm doing stuff, you know. Y'all already didn't get to see much in this video, so I said, man, let me turn them cats back on, man, so they can see what I got going, man. Get that off of there, and then I got this chain. This chain, and these bars and everything came with this thing. This thing had the little lever you can turn, and you can tilt the engine whatever way you need to be tilted. It came with all that. It came with this chain and everything, man. So this was the best deal. And my truck was down when I went to Harbor Freight to get this thing. So I had no choice. I went to Harbor Freight, and I was like, can y'all put this in like the trunk, or can I let my back seat down? We slide it in. They said, nah, it ain't gonna fit. So I left, and I said, well, I ain't got no truck right now. And my pop's truck was down, and he didn't have that Tahoe then. So I just had to charge that one to the game, but I had to get that engine out of Iron Man. So you know, your boy don't give up. Your boy don't give up. And I ain't do no real talk this video, man. But that's y'all real talk for this one, man. Don't give up. Life is rough for everybody, man. Social media makes it such a difficult world to live in, because we see everybody else living their best life, or we think they living their best life. We see everybody and their mama living their best life. We out here catching the devil. We out here, man, everything that can go wrong, it done went wrong with you, man. Lights done got cut off in your highs, your water done got cut off. Everything that can happen. They call it Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law done got dying on you. But hey, one thing I know, we men, we can get through it. You can get through it, brother. And that's real talk. And I don't just be on here just talking, running my mouth, man. I be talking about stuff that I know about. It might be sounding like, oh man, he just be running his mouth. And 2025 for me, boy, let me tell you, 2025 has been rough. I ain't gonna tell you no story. I ain't gonna sit here and sugarcoat it with you. Y'all might see me come on this camera and make this content, and y'all might hear me say things to motivate y'all or to try to help y'all, and you might say, man, he must got it all together. I don't. And listen to me, man. 2025 got dying on me, man. I'm so ready for 2026. I don't know what to do. 2025 came in with a bang for you, boy. Yeah. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. 2025 punched me straight in the mouth. Soon as it came in, it said, what's up, man? Your name Kino? I'm like, yeah. He like, I got something for you. I said, what you got? Boom! Right in the mouth. I said, darn, man, what's up, man? The year just started. He's like, yeah, this ain't gonna be no good one for you. I'm like, yeah, it got to be a good year. It got to be a good year for me. He like, nah, bro, I'm gonna let you know. This finna be rough for you. Come on, big dog, don't do me like that. He said, nah, bro, I got to do this. I said, man, you ain't got to do it. He like, yeah, I got to do it, bro, sorry. At least he apologized to me, though. But yeah, man, so let's see if we can get some lift off. All right, we are coming up. Something leaking, might be gas. All right, let me get anything hanging and holding, which is this baby, which is this, what's the name? Go ahead and pull this dipstick out. I feel like it'll get in my way. Let's see. Transmission look like it's coming out really good. I don't see anything holding me on this side. Absolutely nothing holding me on this side. Man, y'all hear them acorns, man. That one of them acorns hit me in my head, boy. Good God Almighty, but that thing almost knocked me out, boy. You hear me? That acorn almost knocked me clean out, boy. That acorn almost knocked your boy clean out, boy. That joker said, boop. I said, oh my God. That sapsucker got hold of me, buddy. Still got my starter stuff hooked up. I was hoping once I got that bad boy to a better spot, I could get to it. Even though I'm gonna use new stuff, but I still want the stuff to be there. Maybe I might, and I probably can reuse this stuff because I think the starter is about in the same place on the Fox body. So I think I can get to that and get that battery thing off of there, and then get that bolt out, and then get the starter. We get the wires off of the starter, and then we're gonna continue pulling this thing, man. So let me get this starter wires off, and then we'll continue pulling. Y'all give me a second though. I got the car back down, and I got this bad boy up. I got everything loose, and all I've been doing is just jacking this bad boy up and clearing what I can clear, and then I just slide the car back. So like this, I'm gonna just roll the car back. Slippery on this side. Hold on, let me get to the other side. A little slippery on this side. The car may end up going out the door. Man, it's slippery in here, y'all. God darn. So I may end up just pushing this car out the door and then just sitting the hood back on it, and then sit this engine down, and then what I'll end up doing is pulling Iron Man in here, sitting this on the back of Iron Man, and then taking it outside and just pushing it off outside. I will post it. I'm gonna post this thing one last time on Facebook to see if anybody wants it. If not, it's going to the scrap yard, and it's going towards a new video that I got going on. But I could get more money by selling it to somebody for $200 or $300. So if somebody wants it for $200 or $300, that would be my best bet. But either way, I'm gonna get what I can get out of it. I'm about to take this thing and finish pushing this car out the door after I get all my tools off of it. And I'm gonna sit the hood back on the engine bay because this engine bay does have a little bit of rust in it. But I will show y'all that before I shut the video out, before I close this video out. I'm gonna show y'all the engine bay and what we're gonna do while we got the motor out. Y'all get these tools cleaned up, and then I'm gonna turn y'all back on, and we're gonna finish pushing this thing outside. All right, all the tools are off other than this one. I think I'll probably find about 20 more. See if I can lift up the back side of this transmission and just bring this bad boy on around. Okay, so since that's been done, I might not have to push the car out the door because I don't want to. Let's see what I can do from here. Might have pushed the back half out the door, and maybe I can push it back in by myself. I'm not sure, but we're gonna see. Let's see if I can move this engine horse. This engine shouldn't be that heavy. Okay, this ain't too bad. I can work with this. Pull this around. Bad boy, pull it around. That way, Faucet can stay in the shop until I get ready to pressure wash the engine bay. So I don't know where this engine can go, but I do know that I got to get it over to that side so I can push this car back in, because I don't think the door gonna close. Oh, the door ain't gonna close right there. So this thing will have to be moved over this way some, over to the side, and stuff out my way, y'all. Getting all kind of stuff out my way so that I can get this closer over here. Let me reposition y'all. I know y'all like, what going on? Let me show y'all. So I got this thing over there. Got this sitting right here, which should give me enough room to drop it down right there. And then it shouldn't be in the way of Faucet. So Faucet should better come back in. Come on, baby. There we go. Uh-oh. I got my light over. Messing up out here. Finna tie my light up. Hold on, y'all. I ain't got no money to tie nothing up now. All right, let's get this thing on down. Bam. And then you gonna fall over. You sap sucker. Y'all saw that? That boy went back to them football days, did he? Boy, I went back to them football days just then. Anyway, 4-cylinder is out. Let me get Faucet pushed back up, and we're gonna take a better look at the engine bay. Hold on, let me get this pushed back up, and then we're gonna talk about the engine bay. All right, Faucet pushed back up, and y'all see all these fluids and stuff down here. Faucets push back up and push back in. I almost hit it with the thing, but anyway, engine bay doesn't look horrible. Over here by this battery tray, I know a lot of guys have that rust, but mine isn't bad. I just gotta stop it now and I should be good to go. I do wanna do a battery relocation to simply, so they ain't gotta worry about that. I am gonna pressure wash this thing, and anything I don't need out of this engine bay is coming out. All of this wires and stuff, I don't like this. This is horribly messy. I know y'all hear all them acorns in this building, but acorns. All of this wiring and stuff that I don't need, I'm gonna get my cousin Cars with Dez over here to help me with this wiring situation, because I'm not sure what I can rip out and what I can't. So we get him over here to help me with that. And then, because I still need a lot of this stuff, it's a carbureted 302, so I have to get him to help me figure out what I need and don't need. But we gonna go ahead and paint this thing a fresh, probably white, just to, you know, because I'm not finna paint this car right now. I'm gonna let it be like a rat rod type of deal. So it's not getting paint right now, so I'm gonna spray it, maybe black or something, I don't know, white, whatever, I don't know. But we're gonna get it sprayed, and then we're gonna sit that 5.0, we're gonna sit that in there. This has been a long journey, and I really didn't want to do this because I didn't want to take the car down, but it's time. And I know if the car was in my way, I would have to get it done. So 5.0 swap is really close to being done. So let's finish getting this thing ready to go in. A few more things I need, but we're gonna go ahead and order the motor mounts and sit this thing in the car. Y'all stay tuned for the next video on Foxy, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like the video, share it with somebody, and hit that subscribe button. PullsTv, gone.